Back. We're back. We're here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Stock Markets with Bruce. They call me Uncle Bruce. It says so right here on the shirt, so it's got to be real. Stock Markets with Uncle Bruce. How you doing today? Welcome all from around the world who are watching today. Say hi to me. Tell me where you watching me from. I appreciate you all popping in and saying hi to me. Tell me what's your high temperature going to be. Nice to have you. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the dog, says hello from Ibiza. So thank you, my friend. Appreciate you there. Good morning, everyone. Melvin is here. DH Ruda Spire going to the Russell 3000. That's interesting. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. What's the price target for GameStop this week? I wish I could tell you. It's going to be something crazy. Right now, our friends at GameStop, those shares are $23.15 at this second in time, but they're anywhere from 23 to 23 and a half in the last little while. We've traded 6.4 million. I think we've broken 24 a couple of times already today. Yesterday, with the US markets closed, the foreign markets, especially Frankfurt, where GameStop does trade, 25 euros is where it was trading at. That's 27.50 US dollars people were paying for GameStop yesterday overseas. To give you an idea how underperforming, how this stock is not performing in New York at the moment. However, things to keep in mind here, some of which are, there's a short problem. The short sellers have a problem. There aren't fewer of them. There are more of them, and that is their nightmare. We were sitting at just under 65 million shorted shares of GameStop up until declared shorts. Now the number seems to be more like 69, just under 69 million. So with all the run up and all the activity, we built a higher position on shorts. It's not like it's gone up 20 million, but I'm giving you a date here of May 15, which even telling you that, I'm kind of going, a lot has happened since May 15, So this number may be, again, inaccurate, way inaccurate. Maybe this number is really more in the 75 million range or 55 million range. Tell me. From the activity of the stock, I think it's higher. I don't think the shorts have gone away. I think shorts have turned over. I'll give them that, because short sellers are always in the market. Doesn't matter. You can have what they call a short squeeze. Shorters will be in the market at the higher levels. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. So you have to remember that short players are all over the place and will be in the market no matter what price the stock trades at. So the higher a shorter sells at, obviously, the more urgent they need the stock to drop, and the more nervous they get, the higher shares go. The lower shorter sell stock at, the more vulnerable they can get, because obviously if you're a shorter, let's say last Friday you were shorting at $19 a share. This morning you wake up and go, oh my God, the pre-market of 23.21, I'm down 420. What am I doing? Yeah, they're already off 20+%, and they're likely doing a lot of their shorting on margin. And so their margin calls are huge. If they've got a 2-for-1 margin scenario, they put up $9.50 a share to short a stock at $19. And now they're down $4.50 on their $9.50. Oops. Yeah, they got a huge problem. So the short squeeze can really take a stock from 19 to 30 in a real hurry. You wipe out a bunch of folks, you scare in a bunch of people, but at 30 and 32 and 34, if it goes there, a bunch of new shorters show up. And so now you've just repositioned some of these guys. Nonetheless, the word on the street is that there are 1.5 billion shares shorted on GameStop on the black dark market, the so-called derivatives trading area. And so the movement of the stock, I'm pointing at my big SI pad over here, so that I have level 2 trading showing on that one stock. The movement of GameStop is affecting the possibly 1.5 billion shares of shorters against longers. So a $1 move up or down, is 1.5 billion US in profits or losses, depending on whose side you're on. So a $10 up move is 15 billion. Okay. This is why the 2 weeks ago we hit $80 in like no time, because the worry was, oh, good Lord Almighty, we are really going for a run here. Now we'll see. Next question I have, the next, let's turn the page to the next, what's going to happen now, because that's what everyone asks me. Okay, Bruce, you were right that the stock took a run, and you were right that the volume says everything, and you were right that they should raise money, and you were right that with $2 billion in the bank, that's a whole lot better than $1 billion in the bank. You were right on all that. Now what's going to happen? Well, I can tell you what could happen. I can't tell you what will happen, because I've been saying all along, this could happen, and we've seen a lot of what could happen. What could happen next? Yeah, the shares might run to this 25-35 neighborhood. Yeah, definitely. It could go beyond that. But I heard a comment, was it Friday? I heard this comment late Friday night from Jim Cramer talking about GameStop's in a different place now. They're not the old GameStop anymore. When you have $2 billion cash on hand, you're not what you used to be. This company made $17 million in profits for 2023. I'm going to guess this year they're going to make 100 to 300 million in profits. Why would Bruce say something like that? With $2 billion cash on hand at 5% interest, just leaving it in the bank, the worst case scenario is they're going to get paid 100 million in interest every year now. 2 million a week in interest just on the money they're sitting on. That right there affects the quarterly profits by 26 million to the upside right there. So they can lose 26 million in their operations and still break even as a corporation. I, however, have a suspicion that with their cost cuts and their closing of underperforming stores and the dropping of leases that are just could have been draining these guys, they're offloading stores that don't pay, and they're consolidating into a much more leaner and meaner organization, which means per store sales are higher and per margins are higher per store, which of course New York is completely ignoring this. Wall Street won't tell you any of this. They could have a 200 million profit on the retail division, plus 100 million interest income, theoretically, 300 million in income. There's 350 million shares outstanding now with this financing done. So what are we at? 80 cents a share net profit, 20 times a PE multiple, $16 stock, baseline. That's where we're at. Now, I don't think they're going to sit here with $2 billion in the bank and do nothing with it. I don't think so. So like Mr. Kramer says, yeah, this is a different company now. This could become, in my opinion, a holding company. This could become a holding company that becomes an investment arm. And there's another possibility, many more. One of which is they might sell off their GameStop division, the retail division. So GameStop, the mother company, okay, sitting on $2 billion cash, might sell off GameStop, the retail division, to either one buyer or fracture it. Sell off the Australian division, sell off the European division, and then offer up the US division. And it could all go to private hedge funds that operate retail operations as a specialty and blah, 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 blah. That could be done. And that could bring in $2 billion in cash for GameStop. It could. I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying it could. If GameStop brought in another $2 billion on top of the $2 billion they've got, they'd now have $4 billion in their publicly traded GameStop Corp that you own. Now the question is, do they raise more money on top of that because they're going to invest their $4 billion into other entities out there? That could get interesting. Another scenario that I would love to see is all shareholders get a notification that a special dividend is being paid to all shareholders of GameStop. This will screw the shorters, by the way. The dividend could be a warrant, and every shareholder gets a warrant from the company. The warrant is like a stock option, like a call option. And the warrant would say, work out something like It'll be listed. It'll trade on the open market. It'll have a lifespan of 6 months. Then it expires, and you could acquire an additional share of GameStop from the Treasury at your choice for, say, $25 a share, good for 6 months, and for every 4 warrants, you can buy another share. So if you have 4 shares now, you get 4 warrants, one for each share, and for 4 warrants plus $25, you can buy a stock from the Treasury of the company. That's a 25% dilution on the stock, but they would be issuing about what would be a quarter of 350 million, 87 million shares at $25 a share, about a $2 billion raise in cash. And if their broker, which is Jeffries and Company, through Mr. Cohen and his connections, announce with the warrant offering that all shareholders are being given the warrants as a gift, as a dividend, and between Jeffries and Cohen and investors, all warrants will be exercised on expiry. So that means if you don't want to buy any stock at $25 a share from the company, you just want to sell your warrants into the open market, whatever they're going for, take whatever cash you get for it. You say, thank you, may I have another. The company will raise 2.2 billion in fresh cash on a warrant offering. What if that were to happen? What if that announcement were made? And it's a done deal. It's a bought deal. It's just a question of how many of the shareholders will exercise their warrants and how many won't. Simple to know, because when the warrants expire on whatever the expiry date is, the company will come out and announce the final results and say, 2/3 of all the warrants we issued were exercised for additional stock, and 1/3 expired. Those will be now exercised by Jeffries and the underwriters. It's a done deal. The company has raised 2.1 billion additional cash, less commissions and fees, 2 billion net. Thank you very much. Everybody's happy. If the street knows that the company is going to do that kind of a deal and it's a bought deal, the stock won't trade at 25. It'll trade at 30. It'll trade at 35. Now, if it trades at 29, just to make a nice round number, I want this easy math so you get it. The stock trades at $29 on the open market a week after you get your warrants, and it takes 4 warrants plus $25 to get another share. The stock is $4 in the money. It's trading at $29 versus the $25 price. That's $4 higher than the exercise price. You need 4 warrants to get another share. Each of your warrants is worth $1 in book value. They have 6 months to live, 4 months to live, whatever it is. Every day goes by, they have less time to live. They'll trade at $1.50 to $2 each. You got 1,000 shares of GameStop, you've been just handed on a silver platter $1,000 to $1,500 in cash. You can sell the warrants into the market and say, no, I don't want to buy any more stock. I'll let the broker buy this stock at $25. I'm going to take advantage of this $4 up move and say thank you. If the shares go to 33, then the stock is 8 in the money. The puts are worth $2 each on the open market, plus time premium. Stock goes to 37, they're worth $3 each plus time value. Now you sit back and go, oh, these warrants are $3.50 a piece. I get 1,000 shares. That's $3,500. I could just take that money and say thank you. Yes, you can. Now, on the other side of the coin, you have the shorters who are short right now close to 70 million shares. They're short 70 million warrants. They are short 70 million warrants that are going to be exercised at 25 apiece. These guys have got to buy back. They got to get their hands on 70 million warrants. There's only 350 million issued. There's 350 million shares out. 350 million would go out. These guys need to get their hands on those. The 1.5 billion shares that are shorted in the just 1.5 billion warrants out there short as well. A nightmare for shorters. An absolute, complete, utter, total nightmare if you're a shorter of GameStop. That's why I want them to do that. I would like them to do that. I would have preferred that GameStop came out last week and said, we're not raising $45 million of stock at whatever. We're not going to do that. We're going to do a warrants offering. That's what I would love to have seen last week, 2 weeks ago when they did this announcement. at 20 a share, 22.50, 25, whatever, a bought deal. But okay, you raised $1,933,000,000, whatever the hell it was, on top of your 1 point something billion you got. You got $2 billion in the bank, ballpark. Great. Now, why don't you put together a $2 billion offering net to you on this little game? This little stunt, which is a beautiful little stunt, will screw the shorters up the wazoo to unlimited heights, and the stock could go to $60 a share on the warrant offering. You don't think so? Stick around. It could happen. I'm just saying. The company then would be $2 billion cash plus $2 billion more, which would be $4 billion. They announced the sale of GameStop, the brick and mortar entity, for $2 billion more. Now they got $6 billion in cash, and they're active in the investment business. I mean, it just transforms the company completely into something different, something completely different than it was. It will not be a brick and mortar company anymore if that were to happen. Of course, the other option is the more money they raise, the more cash they have versus retail value, and all of a sudden they're not just a brick and mortar company anymore either. And there's that consideration. Anyway, there's food for thought. Just saying, there's so much can be done here. So much. Now, what should you do? Okay, you're asking me what could happen, and I'm giving you a million possibilities. A couple. There's millions more. But what should you really do? What should you do? It depends on what situation you have. Let's say you are a shareholder of GameStop. You own the stock. You don't have any options written against it. They're just sitting in your account. You've been waiting for years for something to happen, and now we're trading at 23.34 in the pre-market. Bruce, what do I do? You have several choices in front of you. One, nothing. Choice number one, not doing anything. Choice number two, well, I'm going to write call options against this stock. I want to bring in some income. I want to write call options for, say, a month or two, or I want to write call options for January 2025. I want to write out of the money call options. I want to bring in as much premium as I can. Or I want to write in the money call options. I like the fact that my stock is at 23.50 or something like that. And it might go to 25 this morning, but it might also go back to 20 later today or tomorrow. What if things get kind of soft and quiet? What do I do now? I don't want to just hold the stock and watch it go up and go down. I'd rather get something out of it. By the way, the volume right now, 6.7 million pre-market. So what you could do is you could write either, let's say the stock's at $23 right now, and you're sitting there with $23 stock on the opening of the bell in New York. You could just write $25 calls against the stock. That's $2 out of the money plus a premium. If you got a $4 premium for that contract, whatever long it is, you're selling at $29 and going, okay, it's a $25 strike plus the 4 cash. I'm offering my stock for $29. And if the $23 stock goes down to 20, these calls that I sold for $4, the 25s at 4, are probably going to come down to 3. And I've been compensated $1 shrinkage on the contracts, knowing the contracts are out of the money. If the stock goes to 20, they're out of the money by 5, and as each week goes by, those contracts will shrink because they're 5 out of the money, depending on how long the stock stays where it is. It goes to $18, even lower, these will lose another dollar very quickly. They'll be down to $2.50, $3 a piece. You could buy them back, take the couple of bucks off the top per share as compensation, turn around and now write $23 contracts, which are still out of the money with the stock at 18, but you've been paid $2 already in shrinkage. Now you can write 23s, same time frame, bring in $4 all over again, and sit here and wait. And you're offering your stock for $27 plus the 2 you already got, $29, saying, okay, I'm a shareholder, I'm a long-term guy, give me my premium. Second option or possibility, stock's at 23, you're not writing $25 contracts, you're writing 20s. You're going to write $20 contracts in the money on purpose. You are purposely saying to the market, I dare you to take me up. I dare you to come and get me. I want $3 a share, book value, because I'm writing 20s against a $23 stock, and premium. I'm going out to January 25 on this one. Give me, let's say you can get $6 for it, $8 for it. You bring in a $4 premium on that trade, let's say net, you bring in $7 a share on a $23 stock you're sitting on. So you have 1,000 shares worth 23 grand. You write $20 calls. You get $7 a share. You're spreading $7,000. Leave it in your account. Fold your arms. Okay, I got 1,000 shares. I'm offering them at $20 each. I already got $7 in my account here. Take me out. If they take you out at 20, you're paid $27,000 in cash. It's a $23,000 stock position. You're getting paid $27,000. Stock goes down to 20. Again, just suppose it goes to 20. Those calls are at the money. They're not going to be trading at 7. They're going to be trading at around $4 or $5. There's a couple of bucks in your pocket. You could buy them back at 4 and 5, take the profit, take the little gain, and now write 23s or 18s. You could play that game. Stock goes to 18. Your contracts are $2 out of the money. They're $2 out of the money. They drop even more. You might be ahead $3, $3.50, $4 a contract. And again, you may decide, I'm going to buy them back for half what I sold them for. And I'm going to now write at the money calls. So the stock's at 18. I'm going to write $18 calls. Good for 3-4 months. Take in $4. Dare you to take me out. And I kept the change that I've already made. I made $3, $3.50 already. Now I'm bringing another 4. Thank you very much. As a shareholder, you have those choices. Nothing, write an out of the money call, at the money, in the money, all these choices. Another option, you got the stock, sell it. It doesn't matter what you paid for it. It's irrelevant what you paid for it. Just stop thinking about, I paid 24 for it. I can't sell at 23. I'll lose money. Shut up. Sell the damn stock and write a cash secured put. You're making money here, a lot of money here. So we're just sitting here going, why should I listen to this old man? If I sell it at $23, I have $23,000 in cash. 1,000 shares, I'm assuming. Just pretend it's 1,000 shares. You do your own math. You can now write 10 cash secured puts, $23 cash secured puts. You could write 10 of them. Now, they're out a month, 2 months in time, or they're going out to, say, January 2025. Again, I use that date as an idea. You can go further than that, but I'm thinking Jan 25. You might be bringing in $7, $8 a share in cash to offer to buy back the stock you just sold at $23. So you sold the stock at $23 and you're writing a $23 cash secured put and you just got $8,000 for that, $8 a share. And you're saying to the world, I'll buy back my stock at $23 a share. Make me buy it. I dare you. Stock goes down, you might have to buy them back, but you're getting $8 up front to do it. In other words, that's $8 you get to keep no matter what happens. You're offering really to buy back your stock for $15. Are you comfortable with that position? You love the company. You love the stock. You love the story. You're a long-term follower. And you're sitting there going, well, I got $23,000 in my account plus $8,000 in my account. I got $31,000 cash, and I'm prepared to buy this stock back at 23. And if I get hit, I have 8,000 cash and 1,000 shares. That's what happens. Now, the stock goes to, let's say the stock goes up to $25. Goes from 23 to 25 in the next few days, next week. You've written $23 cash secured put. The higher the stock goes, the lower your put contract is worth. It starts to shrink in value because the likelihood is no one's going to sell you stock at 23 if it's trading at 25. You're not going to get hit. Goes to $30 a share a month from now, a week from now, an hour from now, whatever. Goes to $30 a share. Your $23 cash secured puts are out of the money, $7 a share. So now that $8,000 you got, you can probably buy those back for $2,000. Keep 6, and now write a new cash secured put. Play that game. Totally up to you if you want to play that game. There are many of you here who love GameStop, but you've long ago sold your shares, and you picked up deep in the money calls, and you've written options on those. This is called poor man covered call writing. Congratulations on those. You might be sitting on 2026 expiry contracts that are exercisable at 5 a share, 8 a share, 10 a share, 12, 13, 14, 15, all kinds of numbers. At $23 a share, again, just guesstimating a price, a $10 call out to 2026 is got a book value of $13 plus time premium. Now, it might be trading at 14, 15, something in that neighborhood, I don't know. And you've been writing calls on those to bring in income. Congratulations. Now, Some of you don't have calls written. You've been sitting back going, I'm going to wait for this financing and see what's going to happen. Then I'll decide if I'm going to write calls. Now you're back to the same position as the person who owns 1,000 shares. What do? Do you write a call that's at the money, a $23 call? Do you write a call that's out of the money, perhaps a 25? Or do you write a call that's in the money, a 20? Which way do you go on this? What you're risking is you will be called and be short the stock. You'll still be long your deep in the money call, but you'll be short the stock. The only way you're going to get called out is if the stock stays up or goes higher. If the stock drops in value, you're not going to get called on any of these contracts. A $25 contract is out of the money. At $20 a share, it's even further out of the money. No one's going to make you buy. No one is going to call stock away from you at 25 if it's trading at 20. You write 23s, you're not going to get called. You wrote 20s, you're at the money, unlikely to be called. Again, it depends how close to the expiry these contracts are. But if you have deep in the money calls, 10s, that you purchased for $8 to $12 each at one time, again, I'm just using a range, you're writing calls against those calls. So for every call you got, you can write a call. So if you're long 10 and you're writing 10, you're bringing capital in against your capital outlay. So if you did pay $10 a share for these calls, $1,000 each, and you got 10 of them, you put up 10 grand to buy those calls, which are worth 13,000 right now, 14,000 right now. That $10,000 position, and you're now writing calls for $3, $4, $5 a piece. That's $3, $4, $5,000 against your 10, and you're sitting there going, these are either going to die worthless or drop dramatically in value, or I'm going to get exercised. And if I'm exercised, I'm short the stock. I got to buy it back, and then I can write more contracts all over again. You can play that game too. So that's why you hang out here with us. We go over this every day, all the time. And or you watch my classes to figure out what the hell this all means. What is he talking about? I have all these choices with GameStop and any other stock I own. I had no idea I could do all this with my own portfolio. And here's this guy with very little hair sitting in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, telling me, why don't you just take my classes and learn how to write stock options and make some goddamn money from your stock? What are you sitting there for with all this paper for nothing? What kills me and many others out there, especially my viewers who've taken the classes and are now writing options, what kills them is how long they waited until they started taking my classes. How long they waited and just they were suckers. They were sitting on ETFs, mutual funds, money market funds, doing nothing, earning piddly ass returns. And yet the markets are hitting new highs, and billionaires are becoming multi-billionaires, and millionaires are becoming billionaires. And the masses, the millions of people out there, are sitting on there with 3, 4, 5% returns, and inflation is 6, 8, 10, 12%, depending on where you live. The government says it's 3%. It's 10. So whatever. You got to make money, man. You got to make more money than it's costing you to be here. And if you want to retire in any way comfortably, you better build a pile of cash in your retirement account. And if you want to quit your day job, right, the one you have now in your 30s and 40s and 50s, then why don't you make more money writing options than you make at work? And many of you figure out, I can't believe that I could have been doing this 10 years ago. I had no clue that if only I knew this guy and had taken these classes a decade ago, I would have been writing options for the last decade already and not working for anyone. And with everything in my account in this thing, I don't even have to be at home to do this. I can be on vacation. I can be in an RV. I can be hiking the whatever trail. I could be boating. I could be. What do you want from your life? Do you want to be stuck in your house in front of a computer trading contracts? Great. Okay. You want to be with your family? Great. Okay. You want to grab the kids at age 6, 8, 9, 10 and travel the world with these kids and homeschool them? Great. It's up to you. You decide what you want to do, where and how and when. But right now, if you're just you're working from home, or you're going to the office or to the warehouse, or you're driving a vehicle, or whatever your job is, if you're a slave to your job, you have very few options as to what to do with your time, because your time is not your time. You have given away 40 to 60 hours of your life every week to an employer. And what have they given you back? 1 to 2 weeks holiday a year plus statutory holidays. That's it. And a check. That's it. Now, if you're making $500,000 a year, God bless you. Take the 10 grand a week, baby, and live the life of leisure. But if you're making 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100,000 with taxes coming off the top and expenses for living life, you're not going anywhere. You're not going on a 3-month round the world trip. You're lucky to get a week to your in-laws' house somewhere, or you can go camping for a couple of days or a week here and there. You get like a holiday a year, maybe 2 quick getaways a year, and even then you're limited to what you can do. Hey, I'm telling you the obvious, am I not? You want to take control of your life and make it really what you want out of it, you got to make it yourself. You need a side gig to make money. And this writing options is a hell of a side gig because it brings cash into your hands constantly. And it might be for the first year that you're writing options, all you're going to be doing is repairing the dang damage that has been caused. The credit card debts that are crippling you, the furnace had to be replaced, 2 car loans, 3 car loans, student loan payments are coming up, new mortgage rates, higher payments. You are bleeding to death cash flow. It's just crushing you. Some of you folks are pulling money on your credit cards to try to pay other debts off, to try to collect this and do that. And you're worried out of the side of from your ear, you're hearing rumors that you might get laid off with 500 other people at your company. You need this? You want this to be your life? I can't imagine why. If you can create a side gig of cash flow from option writing, become the casino instead of being the gambler. These are conservative ways to bring money into your account and into your life. Now you start targeting credit card debt and other. You're now the banker paying everybody off. You're on the other side of the scenario now. You are lowering your cost of living every month because every time you pay off debt, you get rid of payments, you get rid of interest charges. Your cost of living is dropping. That's what you want to be doing here. Lower your cost of living, raise your income level, change everything. Sometimes $1 against debt isn't just, oh, I'm $1 ahead. No, you're $2 ahead. You've knocked off debt, and that dollar keeps coming every month. It doesn't have to go to that debt anymore. Once you've paid a credit card off and it's zero, you don't have to keep making payments on that credit card. You're now making payments on other areas of debt, and you're still bringing down your cost of living, which takes the pressure off of how much you have to generate as an option writer. No kidding. Oh my God. I had no idea. I have viewers here who are a year in to 2 years into writing options, and they're telling me, well, my cost of living is $2,500 a month less now than it was a year ago. When I started taking your classes and started writing contracts, my cost of living was up here. And then I started paying down these balances, and my cost of living kept dropping and dropping. And these are after-tax expenses that I got rid of. This really gapped out how much I was earning at work and how much I'm making on option trades. And as the option trading income kept rising, I'm looking at my paycheck going, it can't keep up with the growth of my side gig. My side gig is growing way faster than my job will ever grow because my boss has come to me with a generous 2.5% pay raise for the next year. Oh, what a great bunch of people I work for. I've just been given a pay cut because you need 5% to break even. Remember, you get a 5% pay raise, 2% off the top goes to taxes, deductions. You're only getting 3%. Hit that, you're not breaking even on 3%. You're losing money. They're cutting your pay, and they're saying, thanks for sticking around, sap. You're so cheap, we will never let you go. At this rate, we'll keep giving you these raises. It's time to get paid what you're worth. You put some effort into writing options, you're going to be paid handsomely for it. And this is where this common story comes out every time on this channel, again and again and again, where people say to me, I quit my day job. I cannot afford to go to work 40 hours plus 20 hours more of stress and commute and everything else for what I'm getting. For what I'm generating here with option premium is double what I make at work. I can't afford to work anymore for anybody. Can't afford it. They're costing me money. I miss a couple of trades on my option side. That's costing me thousands a week of lost income from option premium that my job can't compensate for. So I'm better off getting rid of that, working full time on my portfolio, and I might have a side gig, a part time job that is not during market hours. And it's something that is nowhere near as stressful as I'm doing now. And it's the way I want it, whether it's from home, whether it's working at a local entity somewhere. You decide what your life's going to be. Welcome to the party, pal. Thank you for joining me. We're just getting the party started here. Amy is a new Chillin' with Uncle Bruce member. Thank you, Amy Loves Louie. Thank you for joining the channel. I've got a poll question on the go here today. 283 of you have found it already and answered it. GameStop now has $2 billion in cash, and it should invest that money and create a short squeeze on SoFi or AI, C3.ai Inc. 76% of you saying, GameStop should just buy up a bunch of SoFi stock and create a short squeeze there. 24% saying, how about AI? Run that sucker. These two stocks have a huge short position against them, and any kind of outside buying from a place like GameStop could create a squeeze. That could be kind of fun. Thing to rethink about also regarding, by the way, we're at $24 on your GameStop shares. The thing to think about on stock like AI, let me show you. Let me just tell you something here. Here we go. I'm just popping up the quote on my phone. AI closed at 24.04 on Friday. Earnings come out tomorrow on AI, by the way. Their market cap is $2.9 billion. GameStop has $2 billion in cash. So if Ryan Cohen started nibbling up AI stock based on their earnings, he waits for the earnings, watches that next week, starts nibbling up the stock. There's like a 30% short position on this company's stock. It's humongous. He bought up, he bought up 10% of this company. It would cost him $300 million. Out of $2 billion, it would be a nothing burger. That stock could go to $50 a share. Double. That would be a double. If he bought another 10% after that, which would be $600 million in commitment, this would go to $100 a share. Mark my words, it will go to $100 a share. AI is so overshorted. It's ridiculous. If AI equals the report they had last quarter, they keep that momentum going that they're into now, stock's a quadruple. It's just my opinion, though. I'm not putting it in stone. I'm just saying. SoFi now. Okay, we're at $6.99, whatever. We're trading at $7 a share. Let's update the list right now. SoFi right now is at $6.98. If our friend Mr. Cohen were to acquire 10% of this company, just on open market buys, just as an investor, the market cap on SoFi is $7.3 billion. 10% would run him $730 million. He's got $2 billion in cash. These guys, GameStop could own 10% of SoFi in a heartbeat. Go after 20%, 1.5 billion would be the cost at these prices. Now, that's assuming he can get it all without affecting the market and blah, blah, blah. But if the word got out that once he broke 5% ownership of SoFi and he was going to 10, that word got out. Do you have any idea the size of the retail army behind that move that would come into SoFi stock? Do you have any concept of what this means? We're talking about the momentum of GameStop. Remember, we traded 1 billion shares of GameStop in the last 3 weeks. You see 1 billion shares of buying coming into SoFi. Remember, GameStop went up to 80 and did a lot of trading between 20 and 50. All right. Billions of dollars turnover. You bring any of that kind of money into SoFi at $7.58 a share, this thing's going to 12.15. On top of the fact that there's a huge short position on SoFi that will be caught red-handed. I don't know how big the SoFi short position is on the derivatives market. It could be unfathomable. The run on that would be nuts. And for GameStop, if SoFi goes to $20 a share, $25 a share, and they're averaging 8, They've tripled their money. 1.5 billion worth 4.5 billion. Could GameStop sell off their 4.5 billion in SoFi easily into that market? Yeah. Turn around and be a joke. Of course, he could write options, couldn't he? Oh, yes, he could write call options on it too. Oh my gosh, the possibilities are endless. Anyway, there's a poll question. What do you think he should do with the $2 billion? I'm throwing two ideas out at you. Not saying it has to happen, but it would be kind of fun. It would be kind of fun. Yeah, there you go. I like this game. We'll see what happens. 23.66 or something on GameStop again. We touched 24. It's not the first time. We've done it again. We've done it again. We've done it again. 6.9, 8.2 million traded. 8.2 million in the pre-market. We open in 18 minutes. Welcome everybody to the program. Zed Estate is doing exactly what Zed Estate does for me every single show. Zed Estate grabs the thumbs up button and hits it. Join this guy. This guy makes nothing but money in the options market. Join Zed Estate, hit the thumbs up button, tell YouTube to bring more people to this channel so that they will follow the stocks that we follow. Thank you very much, Zed Estate. You're awesome, buddy. Appreciate you. And all of you who have already hit the thumbs up button, cannot thank you all enough. Those of you who are going to hit the thumbs up button, thank you. There are 578 people here, only 143 thumbs ups. Get off your duffs. The weekend is over. You're back to work now. And hit the thumbs up for Uncle Bruce, would you? Please. I appreciate it. Cheers to all of you around the world who are joining me. We're back in Calgary, Jen and I. We're back. Stock markets with Uncle Bruce. My cups are here. All my stuff is here. My desk is here. Welcome to the show. Caffeine-free Diet Coke. Oh, the beverage of champions. Giddy up, Lorraine. Thank you so much for number 159. Where are you? There we are. Lorraine, thank you for 159. Alex, you look a little grumpy there, but it's good to have you here. Who cares? Says, good morning, Uncle Bruce. Confirmation, Tobias. Thank you, Unky Bruce. Cheers, JD. Morning. Peyton is here. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. Thanks for always blessing us with your time and wisdom. Hope $5 is still enough for a coffee or something. Well, you know, we did go to Costco yesterday, Jen and I. We landed on Sunday, and yesterday we went to Costco because our fridge is bare. We had to even throw out more food that we thought would last 6 months. We threw out a bunch of crap yesterday. Now we're replenishing our supply. So thank you for helping us with the Costco run and the grocery run. It is much appreciated, Peyton. Always. Thank you. Aurora, welcome back, Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen. Dude, let's freaking go. Lorraine, Uncle Bruce, your whiteboard is there, ready for classes. Yes, it is. Class number 18, soon to be announced. We'll talk about that in the not-too-distant future for sure. Giddy up, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. Cannon on the Hill, day one, Gold Bagel member here. Rock and roll Cannon. Thanks, man. I appreciate this. Like I say, all of you out there who've been coming through here and saying hi to us and joining us and becoming part of the family, we love it. Zed, Uncle Bruce, those GameStop $22 strike prices that expired last Friday, and I got assigned. Now I have been assigned. What would you do? Now, I'm assuming these are cash secured puts. You got to help me here because I know you're into calls and you're into puts. Those were put. I hear those were puts, and I sold them at 3 each. Okay, got it. Okay. So you paid 19 for the stock. So you're long the stock now. Sell them right away. Sell them and write brand new calls. Write 20s or 22s for say January and bring in big dinero all over again. Tell them, yeah, give it to me. I'm happy. I got 22 grand cash. I took 3 grand in. I'm assuming it's 1,000 shares, whatever the number is. It doesn't matter. Zed, we know what you got. You brought in $3 a share cash. You bought the stock. It's trading at 23.85, 24. Sell them right away, and then immediately write cash secured puts on them. Just bang, bang, and take in another 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 bucks right now. Thank you very much. And if you do it lower, if you do it at 22, 20, if you can write 20s. And bring in $5-6 for Jan 2025. Make you buy the stock at 20 with a $5 premium against it. You're paying 15 for those. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Well done. Way to go, Zed. Charlie, finishing watching lesson 4 for the third time, starting on lesson number 5 this evening. Rock and roll, man. Rock and roll. Video promo. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Where's your bagel? Hey, I've only just started. You gotta let me settle in here. Lizzie, not 7 million volume now in the pre-market. I'm showing 8.4. Yeah, there is volume there. Victor, good day, folks, from Johannesburg. Thank you. All of you from around the world who are watching here, how many shares do you own? I don't have any shares of any company. If you've been here a while, you know. If you're new, you don't know. I am not a day trader. I don't buy and sell stock and then tell you to buy and sell stock. I don't write options. I don't do any trading of any kind. I am a commentator. I'm like a Tony Romo guy trying to tell you what the next play is going to be. I'm here to analyze what's happening. I'm here to explain in plain English as best I can what is going on. I have no conflict of interest against your positions. That's been my philosophy all along. Some people love that position. Some people hate it because they say, oh, he hasn't got any money on the line. No, he could just talk about whatever he wants to talk about. You'll notice there are no sponsors here. There's no corporate logos here. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I can say whatever the hell I want about whatever I want to talk about. And I don't have to worry about repercussions from a sponsor. So it's my opinion to you, my thoughts, and for some of you, it's the kind of information you don't care for. And for many of you, it's like, that makes sense. I didn't know that. Oh, I had thought of that strategy. Wow, that's an idea. Warrants on GameStop at $25 a share to raise another $2 billion and sell the company's businesses off? Hadn't thought of that. No one else talks about that. And I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying, what if these things happen? Remember, a month ago, GameStop was $10 a share. Right now, it's $23.79. You got to admit, this is a nice bump in value. Sure beats the old $40 a share price. Remember the 4-for-1 split? At $10 a share, they were at $40. At $23, $24, $25, we're approaching $100 a share pre-split. That's a better neighborhood, don't you think? Now, can it go from 20 to 23 to 26 to 30 to 35? That's $140 a share. Well, let's find out. Mr. Cohen has $2 billion in his hand right now to put it to work. Let's find out what he's got up his sleeve. Wouldn't it be fun? Love it. Let's see. What else? Mr. Premium of the Option. Happy Tuesday. Time to fill our pockets. Jason, Uncle Bruce, what did you think of the Amir? Sounds like she's begging to go private. Or ME, what do you think about the earnings? Will it happen? I think it will go private, but it could become part of another public company, but no news. And I'm sitting here without any ability to tell you any different at the moment. I'm just watching it, see what's going on. Uncle Bruce, how come you're so knowledgeable on options trading? Why? Michael, what's your thoughts on this week's options? Lots of thoughts. Look, I've been around since 78, 79. I was a stockbroker back in 78, 79. I became a stockbroker. I became a branch manager of a brokerage firm in 80, 83, 84. I took a company public back in 1989, 90. I lived in the Cayman Islands for a couple of years as an offshore asset manager. I've had many hats in the finance world, trying to make my pound of flesh out of it. Learned a lot from every angle of the market. I was a desk trader. I was a branch manager. I was a license holder for a brokerage firm. I had to do insider trading reports for publicly traded officers of a public company. I was on all the different sides of the market. And now at age 68, I'm not going to have a day job anymore. I'm going to do this because I like it, and I'll just spill all my experience back at you and try to help you relate to what the hell is going on and what it means. And hopefully I can help you make money. Vladdy, you're doing it right. Thumbs up number 226. Thank you guys for responding to my please hit the thumbs up button for me, please. There's 593 of you here. There are too many slackers around here. Come on, you guys. Thank you. Christopher, good morning. Have you ever looked into OPTT, Ocean Power Technologies? I've never heard of them. So obviously I haven't. Michael, look great for 68. Zed, Ravenstown, I think I have Uncle Bruce on my side. Thank you. There you go. Rumors of GameStop investing and buying AMC. Forget about it. They're not interested in that. I cannot imagine any reason whatsoever to give a crap about that company. Press says, I am a 23-year-old guy and really have interest in finance. What should I do to start my career? Read Wall Street Journal, follow the press releases from legitimate sources, and follow certain YouTubers. Learn this market. You got classes to take. It's up to you. You decide. Aaron, we all appreciate you. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that. Thank you all for being here this morning yet again. And again, thanks for helping out with the thumbs ups, man. I love it. Every little bit helps. They come in and they make a difference. They just do. If you become a member of this channel, I thank you, because members will be able to comment from now going forward. We have member-only commentary as we approach the opening of the markets. If you're a Gold Bagel member, if you join up at the Gold Bagel level, which is asking you to cough up $25 a month to be a member of a YouTube channel, you got to be thinking to yourself, are you out of your mind? I'm not going to give this guy $25 a month to be part of a channel. I can watch him for nothing. True. However, you cannot watch the first half hour of this show. From 8 Eastern until 8:30 Eastern is the Gold Bagel Member Alert show only for Gold Bagel members. And Wednesdays at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, Gold Bagel Primetime Live for Gold Bagel members with Uncle Bruce. You can ask me anything you want about all your trades. There's a few perks that come along with becoming a Gold Bagel level member. Worth more to you than $25 a month if you are aware of just what we talk about here. Writing one option contract on 100 shares of GameStop that expire in January 2025, you'll bring in more than a year's worth of costs of this channel. I mean, just one contract. So there's no question. You can easily get your dough, and many times over that. And of course, if you're going to learn how to write options, you're taking my classes on my website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. You're heading over here, then you are really getting a leg up on this market. So it's up to you. There's 17 classes. You can take one at a time, whenever you want. Start with number 1. Everyone asks me, what's the best class to start with, Bruce? I want to write options right now. Number 1. Start there. By the time you take the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th class, you're already writing options. You're already earning while you're learning. There are 17 classes already available on this website, and there are more coming. So catch up with us and learn how to bring in some cash. Thank you very much. Alex, Uncle Bruce, you are killing it this morning. Let's make some money, baby. All righty. Tom, NVIDIA, 1,100. That was easy. Thank you very much. And again, I don't know from what. NVIDIA. Oh, NVIDIA, 1,100 a share. That was easy. Yes, it is.
That was easy.
1,100 a share right now. Congratulations, all of you who are doing put credit spreads on NVIDIA. You took my classes. You know how they work, and you've been taking in the dinero. 269, Uncle Bruce, thumbs up. Should we wait 1 hour into trading before we write puts on GameStop? You can do cash secured puts anytime you want. In the first 10 minutes, the first half hour. Let's see how the market reacts. We're at 23.57-ish right now. 23.50 to 60, somewhere in that neighborhood. 8.8 million traded. We open in 5 minutes. Let's see what gives. Better give Uncle Bruce the thumbs up, or he'll unleash the Yoko weapon at you. Be warned, because he's back in his haunt where the Yoko albums live. Oh, scary. Very scary. Thank you all for joining me today. We'll start playing our greatest hits. Oh no, 23.57 on a GameStop. Welcome to the party, pals. Glad to have you all here. Like I say, it's exciting times, and I'm really happy for the GameStop Corporation. They've raised this cash, defied Wall Street yet again. Every pessimist that said GameStop is dead, GameStop's going out of business, dumb money if you invest in there, has been proven wrong again. For, I don't know, the millionth time. I don't know why people keep betting against Ryan Cohen. Why are you stupid enough to do that? Anyone who was playing Bed Bath & Beyond knew that when Ryan Cohen suggested to the board of directors a solution to their problems, at the time the stock was $32. $8 a share. And Ryan Cohen had a whack of stock in Bed Bath & Beyond. And he went to them and said, here's what I think we should do. I'm a large shareholder now. He could become a board of director member. He could bring in some more board of director people. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do that. And they said, oh, no. We're going to rely on our friends in Wall Street to take care of our problems. We can raise all kinds of capital through our Wall Street connections. They've been good to us. We'll be just fine. You run along, little man, with your little GameStop company and that position you have in Apple. Don't worry about it. Ryan went, oh, no problem. Oh, you don't want my advice on how to survive the bloodletting you're into? That's all right. And he started selling off his stock. He walked away. That was at 32 a share and never above that ever again. It went down. By the time he got out, it was 14 to 16 bucks a share, and then it went to zero. Wall Street doesn't give him credit. They blame him for getting out. They don't want my advice. He's supposed to stick around now? I don't think so. No, he walked, and I say God bless you for it. You made the right move. Don't bet against this guy. You're a fool. If you're doing it long term, you're a fool. Look, I know people who say, oh, I shorted the stock at 25, I bought it at 20. I made money off of this guy, or I made money from GameStop. I'm a genius. Congratulations, you're a trader. Way to go. You're trading money and you're making money. God bless you. You can do that with any stock you want. But at the end of the day, who's standing and who's not? Bed Bath & Beyond ain't standing anymore. And there was a chance they could have made a deal. I would say that the army following Ryan Cohen could have put $2 billion cash into the hands of Bed Bath & Beyond. They could have reorganized all their stores, reorganized all their creditors, reorganized their landlords, and survived. But they wanted to depend on the Wall Street boys who did jack squat. And what did they do? They shorted it on these guys. They killed it. It's all over. There you go. Congratulations. Hi, everybody. Savage Wall Street. Good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. Welcome. Dude, be careful. Do what he says. Give him the thumbs ups. He's his full power now that he's back in Canada. Don't mess with this guy. Sharon, how do I upgrade? I have read the instructions and gone to see perks, but there's no upgrade button. I'm using an iPhone 14. I don't know if you used your phone originally to become a member of this channel. I don't know. You might need to use a laptop or an iPad. I don't know. But you have to go to your own YouTube account. You need to go to your YouTube account. And when you go to there, it'll show you the memberships you have in any channels that you're a member of. You'll find mine. If you click on that, I'm assuming there you might be offered the upgrade. Again, I don't know. It's a YouTube thing. They handle the memberships, and all the money from you going into this channel goes to YouTube first, and then they pay me 70% of that amount of money. So YouTube is getting $7.50 a month of the $25. I get the $17.50, and I have to live on that. So there you go. I don't get rich on just one member. I need many, and that's why I work as hard as I do. Thank you all so much, Larry Titus. Thank you, my friend. The bells have been hit. We are up and running. We're open for business. We're ready to start trading on this market. We are ready to roll. 9.2 million volume, I think, was the last number for pre-market trading on GameStop. Alex, Sharon, managing membership is easiest on a browser. I'd recommend that. Again, there's people who can recommend things to you. I can't. I can only give you an idea from there. It's a YouTube thing. 2275, 2280, 10 million traded on GameStop. We're waiting to see 2308. We'll know in a few minutes just what GameStop is actually doing and how far it's going and what's happening. Welcome to the show. NVIDIA is trading at $1,100 a share. Thank you very much. We got ME at 53 cents, up 2 pennies. SoFi at 702, up a dime. We've got NVIDIA up $38, as I said. Matterport down a penny and a half. We've got Rocket Lab up a dime. AI up 24 cents. Thank you for joining me. $16 gain on Supermicro. Spire at $9, up 85 cents. Last reported trade. I think that's the first trade of the morning. I'm not sure. Adobe down 320, Uber up 3, Apple up 57, everyone. Welcome. RB, Bruce, I am number 296 on your thumbs up meter. 621 are watching. I am 296. Thank you, everybody, for letting me know. What number are you? What number are you? If you hit the thumbs up button, I appreciate you. Let's go to 500 thumbs up for Uncle Bruce. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Welcome to the party, pal. We're back in Calgary. Jen and I are alive and well. 2241 here on GameStop. 2250, 2256, 11 million volumes so far. There's nothing for sale. There's very little showing. We're just trying to figure it out. We're up 330 a share here, and you have choices as GameStop shareholders, or deep in the money call option players, or cash secured put writers. You have got choices in front of you to make money today and grab money from this market. Welcome to the party, everybody. ME at 53.5 cents, up 2.5 cents, 66,000 volume. Absolutely nothing there. We'll wait for any news there. The Dow is down 137 at the moment. Let's take a look at this market position. 2208 last trade on GameStop. Now 15. Now 20. We're running through plus and minus 20 cent swings like nothing. The Dow's down 144. S&P is up 8.5. NASDAQ up 78. Oil up 143. The same story keeps getting repeated again and again and again on Market Watch about GameStop shares soar on completion of a $933 million offering. And they keep mentioning Roaring Kitty, who had absolutely nothing to do with any of this. But you know what? When you have entities, financial reporting entities that are as lazy as they get and are not putting money into staff and research, they're grasping at straws for why is a stock doing what it's doing. And it's so obvious that they are just repeating a meme story, thinking this is a meme play, and it's not. They're totally missing it. But hey, you get what you pay for, and there you go. 22.28 right now. What can I say? Welcome all. Nice to see you, and nice to have you here. With NVIDIA at 111 now. Remember, it's going to split 10 for 1. So this price will eventually become $111 a share. And that'll, bring it much more affordable for a lot of people. All the options will drop to 1/10 of their price, but you'll have 10 times as many contracts if you're into NVIDIA. So if you're doing put credit spreads, stay well behind the stock. High 800s is where I'd be hanging out, maybe the low 900s. 920, 880, 900, 860, 880, anywhere in that range. Right put credit spreads. Take these credits and say, thank you, sir, may I have another, and enjoy yourself. The Dow down 113. GameStop 2270 now. We're climbing again. Buy wave has come through here. Some support is showing all of a sudden. We'll see if that's real or not. We're going through gazillions of shares, 13.2 million going through here. Is this short covering? Is this shorting? Is this a combination of the two? Is this all day trading? Is this buying from a source that just wants to acquire stock? I can't answer any of those questions. I can only tell you 13.4 million traded, and it's trading heavily, and we're up 340-ish. Now we're at 21.97, back to 22. You tell me in a minute where's it going to be at. I don't have the answer to that one. Thank you. Splair saying, I was talking to my grandparents yesterday. I didn't know if NVIDIA would hold the line after explaining what the stock split was, and suddenly it's at 1,100 a share. Way to go, pal. Let's see. Tom Kaufman, hi, Uncle Bruce. Thoughts on Unity? It hit a 52-week low. I don't have thoughts. I don't know the deep inner workings of this company, but AI type software, tons of potential. Just haven't got an answer as to what they're actually going to do. It's been a great play for option writers, though. A lot of folks who've been writing calls on this have been taking dough off the table. A lot of folks who are doing cash secured puts on the dips, and they try to run it. There are others who are might even consider puts credit spreads well behind the stock. Again, I don't have a moment to moment thought on this one. Rumor is UBS closed the short position on GameStop Friday. Interesting. We're at 2190, 2188, 14.3 million volume now. Shares are flying through the system here like crazy, as one would expect. The company now has $2 billion cash on hand. They're making $2 million a week in interest, $100 million a year in interest, just doing nothing. So, you think GameStop's going out of business? There's 100 million reasons why they're not going out of business, just from their cash position, if they don't do anything with it. Unbelievable. I think there's going to be stuff done with it. But again, we'll find out how this plays out. When they talk, they talk. If they talk, they talk. We'll play it from there. Let's go. Closing it through options. RB was thinking that that's how they close their position. Maybe not. 2197, 2195. We seem to be coming up for another run here. 2205. We just broke through 22 again. That's not a barrier of any kind. We're just trading around here. 2190 to 2210 seems to be the hood at the moment. And there is no side. I do not see large orders on either side of this immediate market. I just see a ton of stock flowing through the system. 738. There you go. Fun times. Blair, interesting. I'm giving my thumbs some time as last week. I'm now number 304. 100 thumbs more than last week at the same time. You are rocking, everybody. Savage Wall Street, Uncle Bruce. I'm trying to roll this GameStop $20 cash covered call expiring June 7th to a $25 covered call expiring June 21. And I'm asking 8 cents to roll. $508 move to cross arms and do nothing for 2 weeks. Am I doing this right? I love it. I mean, if you can get $5 more for the strike price and make money doing it for only a couple of weeks of your time, I love this game. Sharon is a new member. Sharon, thank you. Lisa showing Sharon as a new member. Sharon has upgraded her membership to the gold bagel level. She's figured this out. She was asking us, I think, a little while ago, how do I upgrade? I can't figure out how to upgrade. Sharon, you've done it. Thank you so much for joining the group here. There's the first question. Yeah, she was asking, how do we upgrade? I don't know how to do it. Now she's figured it out. I don't know if I was responsible or someone else was responsible. Way to go, Sharon. Now that you're a gold bagel level member, you can now send me an email if you like, right here at my Hotmail account. Send me an email and tell me if you would like to become a member of the Discord group. That's our chat here, the chat, which I'm not running. I'm not part of it. It's just the Discord chat group for Stockmers with Bruce. Send me an email. Just say, Bruce, I'd like to become a member of the Discord group. I'm a Gold Bagel member, and I'll send you the information so you can join in. Thank you for joining us, and it's great to have you. This is fantastic. All right, everybody. Dude, Uncle Bruce, do you see a play in Amazon? It seems to be nearing a cycle low price range. Seems like a put-selling situation, perhaps. I'm not negative on Amazon. I don't have a rating on Amazon, but I respect the fact that if you're trying to short this stuff, you are playing with fire. So put credit spreads, in the 140-50 range, 150-60 range might be a place to hang out short term. Bring in some credits and say thank you very much. Don't mind that game. Brian, number 306, Bruce. Good morning. Thumbs ups are coming in. Yesterday was brutal with the market closed. Welcome back to Calgary, Alberta, and Antigen. Let's make some money. Sharon, thanks for your help, Alex. There you go. Brian, U is at an all-time low. Unity is at an all-time low again. It's right now 1906, down 35 cents a share. This might be one of those put credit spread scenarios. It might be a cash secured put position opportunity. I can't say. Depends on what you want to do. Savage of Wall Street triggered Uncle Bruce, triggered some awesome, amazing, super smart person out there just paid me $8 to lend out my shares for 2 weeks. Is this real life or is this even legal? Thank you very much. Well done, sir. Well done. That's awesome stuff, man. Brian, GameStop and SoFi are crashing, is what's going on here. 2176 on the GameStop shares. SoFi 690 down 3. There you go. Alex, Sharon, thumbs ups to you. Well done. Smart Rent up 2 cents. GameStop up 276. ME up a penny. SoFi down 3. Nvidia up $55 to $1,120 a share. Matterport down 4.5 cents. Rocket Lab up 12 cents to 433. AI down 41. Supermicro Computer up $13. Spire 9.12 a share, up 10 cents right now. We've got Adobe down 3.14, Uber down 67 cents, Apple up 2.41 to 192.39, Tesla down $5, Enphase up 4.30, Netflix down 27, AMD is up $1, Unity down 35, Google up 80 cents, Moderna down 8.40 a share, Cisco up 2, Pfizer down 66, Microsoft down 21, pennies, IBM down 79 cents, HPQ up 34. Amazon up 34, Home Depot up 193, Vanex Semi up 330, Goldman Sachs up 136, Boeing up 231, Meta up 31, Target up 35, JP Morgan down 170, Costco down 29 cents, Walmart down 6 cents, Disney down 72, American Airlines up 2 pennies, AMC up 3 cents at 487, DraftKings down 387, Royal Caribbean down 31 cents at 148.12. Welcome all to the show, and it's nice to have you with us. I appreciate you. Let's go. The big T. SoFi is just following the bottom trend. Negative 14, not really crashing. We're down 3 or up 3 cents on SoFi. Just a guy telling you what I see going on, trying to figure it out in plain English for you. That's it. It's the way it's going. 2160 on GameStop. There's opportunities here, depending on how you want to play this. Cash secured puts are a way to go. Sell the stock, right 20s. Take big money and say, thank you, sir, may I have another. Let's go. In any event, it is what it is, and we're playing it and watching it and following it. We've got volume of 17.5 million shares so far in 13 minutes. Welcome all to the show. We have 1,117 on the Nvidia shares. We're at 192 now on Apple, up $2. Tesla 173.90, almost 174, down about $5 so far this morning. Google is up 68 cents at 177 right now. There you go. And there are opportunities to make money from the options market all the time. Never stops. We're only down 97 on the Dow. We don't have a down day of any significance. This is a nothing burger here. We've got, let's go here on S&P up 6. Yep, 6-point gain on S&P, and we're up 56 on NASDAQ. Dow's only down 77 points. It's coming on at the moment. That's the latest. Oil up 162 to 79.34. Welcome all to the party. Nice to have you here. And congratulations, those of you who have been making money on these option trades, learning how to write contracts and taking money off the table. Why not? Who else is going to give it to you as easily as these crazy option gamblers on the floor of the casinos? Your casino. Look at be the casino and make money. Just say, thank you, sir. May I have another? 2188 on GameStop, volume 17.9, 18 million shares. And we're going through the gyrations here. The low today, 21.35. The high, 23.17. We haven't moved that much. Not even $2 in differential. Very little movement at this point. And we're just sawing it off. We'll see where it wants to play out here. 18 million shares. Okay. Thank you all and welcome. I saw an article this morning on Tesla and electric cars, which I found fascinating. China right now is producing an electric car that is retailing to customers at $10,000 a car. Electric car, 10 grand. Now they're not the same as a Tesla car. They're not as luxurious. They're not as powerful. They're not as big. It's a different kind of vehicle, but it's a vehicle for the masses. And what a smart move, a genius move by China to do this. If you can convince Chinese consumers to buy $10,000, $11,000, $12,000, $14,000, $15,000 electric cars, and get rid of the gas 2-cylinder, 3-cylinder, 4-cylinder fuming pieces of garbage that are being created. Get rid of those and replace them with electric. Genius move, absolute genius move. They're taking a world dominant position in the cheap car. Japan can't do it. Their costs are too high. South Korea, too slow off the mark. American manufacturers, too dumb to know the difference. Stupid in America. Americans believe, and American companies believe, the V8 is the way to go. That's the American way. Well, that's the way into the poorhouse. Because most people can't afford $70,000 pickup trucks. And what do you need a $70,000 pickup truck in downtown Manhattan for? You can't find a place to park the damn thing. The Chinese have done the $10,000 car. America could produce with or import these kinds of vehicles from all over the place, and Americans could be driving $15,000 and $25,000 cars, brand new, latest technology, 200-mile range, 300-mile range, more than enough for most Americans, and go clean. The American infrastructure system will be rebuilt to accommodate it. After all, in the 1920s, we didn't have gas stations every 2 miles across the country either. Now you do, and you can have electric charging stations everywhere. Every McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Starbucks could offer spots at their stores with free charging. And I can absolutely understand the charger would work for, say, $5 or $2 worth of electricity, giving you 50 miles. Coming in and get 50 miles of range. Go to a Burger King park, you get 50 miles of range there, buy a soda, buy whatever. This could be so commonplace to make your head spin. Every drugstore, every grocery store, every shopping mall, Americans have no trouble charging their electric vehicles across the board. You would have thousands of parking spots in every city and town all over America, tens of thousands. It's a no-brainer. But there are those who don't want change because they're so addicted to how good it is. American car companies have it every way you can imagine it. There's a 100% import duty on electric vehicles coming into the United States, which of course makes no sense because if Americans were allowed to buy cars, a new car for 15 grand, many Americans could afford that. They would dump their 4 and 6 and 8 cylinder vehicles and buy a $15,000 brand new car with a 4-year warranty. They do it. They're not stupid. It's about the economy. But the American government is making it impossible for imports to come in because of the duties to protect American jobs in Detroit and elsewhere who are making the F-150 extended cab behemoth dinosaur vehicle. And that is the way it is. And that's the way it's going to be, unfortunately, for quite some time. And there you go. Americans are being forced to build vehicles that have no future on this planet. The gigantic pickup truck is a dinosaur that will be reduced to being used on ranches, farms, and for businesses. And even these guys are going to go electric because the tax incentives can be so huge that even corporate America and farming America will go electric. Because one thing farmers are smart. They're not stupid. American farmers are geniuses at bringing crops out of the earth that we can eat. It's unbelievable how smart these people are. And we think they're hicks. We're the idiots. We don't know what we're talking about. Businesses in America, very smart. They know how to make a buck. They know how to save money. They know how to spend money. And they know how to play the tax system. And they're going to play the tax system to the max. Right now, politicians are gullible to offer tax incentives to diesel-powered and gasoline-powered pickup trucks and SUVs. The Detroit boys are as smart as a whip when it comes to screwing Americans out of their own dough through tax breaks for the automotive sector. And it means that American-made cars, Canadian-made cars, generally speaking, are behind the 8 ball when it comes to technology. We have the smartest gas guzzler cars on the planet. And we are the losers, absolutely the losers. And the rest of the world, bit by bit by bit, will move away from the North American model. They will go the way of the China model. Sorry to say, but China will win this game. And the Japanese are behind the mark. The Koreans are behind the mark. The Vietnamese are trying to produce cars. There will be electric vehicles produced under license from Chinese manufacturers through the third world, and 80% of the planet will be riding and rolling along in electric vehicles with solar and wind powered electricity to power these cars. And OPEC will go, the only customers we have left that are going to buy oil and gas from us are the Americans and the Canadians and the Europeans, these so-called G20 countries, where they seem to be protecting their dinosaur businesses. The Chinese actually are slowly but surely destroying OPEC. In their own unique way, they are destroying OPEC. OPEC keeps thinking that China is their friend. Well, right now, China buys oil from OPEC at cheap prices. They buy all the Russian oil for $40 a barrel that Russia can sell them. Absolutely, they're stealing it. But eventually, China will go, we don't need as much oil anymore. Thank you very much. We're self-reliant on our solar farms, our wind farms, and 80% of the vehicles on our roads are electric. What do we need all this stuff for? This is where it's going. We've got American corporations with their heads buried in the sand, and we have politicians. We're desperately trying to get elected from the American population, and in Canada too. Believe it, we have it here going too. We have politicians in Canada trying to go back to the 1950s. Ridiculous, old school, not going to work. In 15 years from now, the politicians that are now 45 and 50-year-olds will be running things. The 45 and 50-year-olds, I am praying, coming into this game, have a vision of the future, not the past. They don't know what it was like in the 1950s. They weren't born yet. Where these ancient 80-year-olds out there who are trying to get us to vote from these old morons, they're from the 50s and 60s, where it was really easy for them. Post-war easy times. Game over, set match, it's all over. We got to move forward. Just my personal opinion. You don't have to like it. It's just me. What can I say? GameStop 21.82 at the moment per share. Low of the day 21.24. We're at 21.80 on GameStop. Oscar, I've been a member for 14 months on this man's channel. Alberto, I've been a member for 38 months. I'm a Gold Bagel member. Get the classes and a one-on-one. Uncle Bruce, you are the freaking go. 38 months as a Gold member. Why? Simple. Filling my pockets every week with this dinero. Why wouldn't I? Thank you, my friend. Spare a little bit more until we hit 10%. Welcome all. And welcome back home. Thank you. A White Feather, 11 months member. Gold Bagel. Time flies when you're making money. Get the classes, folks. The Big M, welcome back home. Oscar, rock on, baby. This looks like SoFi's got a $7 floor. We're 702. Sharon, the EV charging infrastructure in New Zealand is hopeless, and I love my rumbling V8. Eventually, don't worry. It took, 50 years for the car to be established from 1925 to 75? It won't take that long for electric. Don't worry about it. And dude, the cool thing, Bruce, Tesla's already there selling more cars in China than they do in the US. They're expanding all over the world. And these pullbacks are temporary. These adjustments are temporary. I agree. Tesla could crank out cars in the US for 20 to 30,000. They really can. But will the government give them the subsidies that the big boys are getting? The Detroit guys have all these tariffs to protect them and their crap vehicles. Trucks have a massive chicken tax on top of them. So importing a pickup truck from overseas is impossible. Detroit has guaranteed that since 1964. That chicken tax has been in place. If you've been here a while, you know what I'm talking about. There's no competition for pickup trucks and giant SUVs and big trucks into America. The Detroit boys have got margins like you cannot believe on these big rigs, and they pollute into our atmosphere like you can't believe. It is what it is. Alex, also electric vehicles are much cheaper to run. EVs are far simpler design than ICE, basically battery and transmission. Electricity is much cheaper than petrol and diesel. The Savage of Wall Street right now, Unity, $20 cash ticket puts for August. They're handing out $240. Come on now, want Unity for $17.60? If you liked it at 25 and 30, what the heck is wrong with you at 17, 18 to 20? Piece, right cash security puts down there and take the money. I couldn't agree more. 21.59, 21.67. We are seeing 20 cents position moves on GameStop in seconds. 21.67 here. Still ahead a couple of bucks, 260 a share on a volume of 20,600,000 on the GameStop shares. We've got Unity at $1,118 a share. Congratulations, put credit spread writers. Apple is at 190.78 and Tesla 175.09. Those of you who are doing put credit spreads on Apple, on Microsoft, on Tesla, Nvidia, doing them on even on GameStop. Congratulations, you're taking money from the gamblers left, right, and center. Many of you out there who are at home watching me or at work watching me quietly, without the boss catching you, you are figuring out that if you've got 40, 50, 60,000 bucks available through assets you have, through marginability, through rearranging whatever assets you're controlling right now, you're figuring out with that kind of capital, you can bring in enough cash from credit spread trades to take a real run at your paycheck. You're figuring that out pretty quick. And that's why you're taking my classes as quickly as you can. Every couple of nights, you're watching another one of my classes, understanding, oh, this is how credit spreads work. Oh, this is what I can do. You mean I get to control the risk on this trade? Oh my God, I can have 5 different credit spreads from 5 different companies on the go at all times. I can have $1,000 risk factor on this trade, a $500 risk factor. I can do GameStop put credit spreads with $100 risks, $200 risks, $300 risks. I get $3,000 lying around. I can do 10 $3 credit spreads on GameStop right now. That's 1,000 shares on both sides of this trade. I can't buy 1,000 shares at 22 bucks a pop. I don't have 22 grand. I get $3,000. You telling me? You are telling me I can control 1,000 shares of GameStop with $3,000 and it's a conservative strategy? What? Now you know why it is that when you want to you want to watch the French Open on television, sometimes they show people in the crowd and you'll say, oh, that person is in from the USA. Well, they flew there on a private jet to Paris to watch the French Open, okay, from your money. All right. It's the money that you're having managed for you. That's what's powering these people to enjoy a $2,000 a night hotel, $500 meals, $1,000 corporate seats, limitless expenses, private jets that are $80 million at $15,000 an hour to fly 9 hours each way. You're paying for it. The Indianapolis 500, the Monte Carlo Grand Prix that they just finished, the Monte Carlo, the Monaco Grand Prix. They just had that last weekend. All those suites, all those high-end people in those beautiful balconies watching those race cars, the yachts that are in the water. There are people on the yachts that don't own the yachts. They've been invited on the yacht, or they're renting it for a week for $2 million for them and their 20 guests. You're paying for it. Thank you very much, you sap, who are having your money managed for you by these people who will never talk to you, don't want to know your name, don't want to know anything about you. They're just taking the fees off the top to manage your cash, whether it's through your 401k, whether it's through your IRA, whether it's through an ETF, whether it's through a mutual fund. They thank you. You're making them billions and you're getting jack squat in return. Unless you want to make the kind of money they're making, and why don't you self-manage your own account, learn how to write options, and change your economic life completely upside down. It's if you don't want to do it, it's okay. If you're happy with 4% return for the rest of your life, God bless you. You'll be a wonderful middle class, lower middle class retiree, and you will be addicted to Medicare, Social Security, and a few $100 a month from your retirement plan. That's all that's going to pay. God bless you. But I'm sorry if you are medically challenged or you're ending up in a senior center, you need 10 grand a month to live and you only got 6,000 a month coming in and you're borrowing or you are selling off 4 grand of your wealth every month to survive. Now your kids are looking at you asking, is he or she going to outlive their money? That's the question that too many seniors are faced with, and too many seniors' children are faced with. Can mom and dad live longer? Can their money live longer than they can? That's the question. And I don't want you to be in that position. I just don't want you to get anywhere near that position. I want you to have more money coming in than you could possibly ever spend every month, no matter what your circumstances. But you have to want it bad enough to take advantage of it. I'll do what I can. I'll do what I can. James, I wrote $20 put credit spreads. I wrote 20 put credit spreads, 15 16s for June 21, and I got $800 on a $2,000 cost. So $2,000 you put up, you got 800 cash in. You're risking $1,200 on 2,000 shares of GameStop. That is 42 grand, 44 grand of GameStop. $1,200 exposure. I love this game. Brian, wasn't GameStop just 24.64 pre-market? I guess Apes didn't like the stock anymore. I've got to get out. This is fun. Brian, 21.6 million on GameStop. Good morning, everybody. You know what? The stock's going to do what it's going to do. And when it breaks out, if and when or how, it will. And if it doesn't, it won't. That's the story. Deep value, T+1 settlement changes today. We have trading plus 1 day settlement. That's what's going on. Those of you who don't know what that means, it was back in the day when I was a broker, you bought stock today, you had a week to pay for it. You sold stock today in your account, the broker had a week to pay you. Then we went to T, that used to be T+5, trade day plus 5 business days. Then we went to T+3, T3, 3 business day settlement. Then we went to T+2, which was the last version, and now it's T+1. You buy stock today, you got to pay for it tomorrow. You sell stock today, broker gives you the money tomorrow in cash accounts. Margin accounts, doesn't matter, never did. Cash, margin accounts, you can have access to your funds anytime you want. You sell something today, you can buy something else today. You don't have to wait a week to buy something else. Welcome to the new normal. T+1 is what we have. Brian, is this for all U.S. equities, or would that be for Canada too? I don't know about Canada. I wouldn't be surprised if it's already happening, but I don't know. I'm not reading into it. It's not a big deal for all of us. You'll have to do that research yourself. But for the U.S. markets, it's a big deal. Welcome, everybody. Europe is still T+3, I think, has not shifted to T+1, so there's going to be some differences there. We're down 140 on the Dow, so we're negative over there. We've got, let's take a look here, 1 point gain on the S&P 500. NASDAQ is ahead 54 points, and we have oil up 159 a barrel. Okay, the VIX is up 86 cents at 12.79. And what else is going on? Welcome all to the party. Great to have you. Campbell Soup is going to cut costs. 415 employees are affected. You know, when GameStop makes an announcement and says, we're going to reduce costs by closing stores and laying off people, people look at that and go, oh, they're going out of business. They're collapsing. When Campbell's does it, it's a smart business move, a smart business decision. It's managing your assets properly and moving forward. The fact that Campbell's is losing market share to powdered soups or somebody else, no one talks about that. Maybe soups are out of fashion these days. I don't know. But when Campbell's reduces their workforce by 400 people, no one gives a crap. No one gives a damn. But with GameStop, oh, it's a disaster. There's your difference. There's your difference. Welcome to the party, everybody. Nice to have you here. Is it possible to get T+0? I don't know. Savage of Wall Street, and just like that, Unity's up 55 cents. Such a bargain down here. Whoever got some at 1902, you, sir, or madam, are a true sniper. Well done. Cash ticket put writers unite. Smart Rent up 2.5. We've got GameStop up 264. 23andMe is sitting at 53.2 cents a share on 578,000. Not much yet. SoFi, 694, up 2 cents. NVIDIA, $1,115 a share, up $51. We've got Matterport at 436. We're down 5 cents. Rocket Lab is up 18 today, 439. Cash secured puts on Rocket Lab, great idea. 4s, 5s, whatever you can get. Jan 2025, absolutely. AI down 26 cents. Supermicro computer up to 50. Spire up 36 to 936. We've got Adobe down 260, Uber down 55 cents. We've got Apple up 148, Tesla down 433, Enphase up 350, Netflix down 68 cents, AMD up 117. We've got Unity up 8. We've gone green. Google up 88, Moderna down 1233, Cisco up 39, Pfizer down 48, Microsoft down 150. We got IBM down 16 cents, HPQ up 41, Amazon up 21, Home Depot up 350, Vanix Semiconductors up 318, Goldman down 63 cents, Boeing up 198, Meta down 78 cents, coming back, Target up 173, JP Morgan down 184, Costco is up 52 cents. We've gone green over there. Walmart down 61, Disney up a nickel, American Airlines down 3, AMC down 13. We got DraftKings down 440 and Royal Caribbean up 46 cents. Welcome all to the session. It's great to have you here. We're back in Calgary, Jen and I. We survived our flight on Sunday. We were dead tired Sunday night. We were really tired yesterday, but we're here. We're adjusting back to life in the great white north. We're here. There's no snow. The grass is green around here. The leaves are exploding on all of the trees. The brown topography is gone. It's replaced with green. It's wonderful. We're 3-4 weeks away from the longest days of the year. We're quite pleased with that. A sunset time now is at 9:38 in the evening. That is sunset. That's going to reach 9:45, and you can still see your yellow sky at 10:30 at night, way up in the northwest. Slow sunsets around these parts. That's the difference. Palm Desert going to 100 today. We left Palm Desert behind. We loved it there. We always love going back. Sunset 7:49 in Palm Desert. That's getting close to the longest days of the year up there, over there as well, down there, I should say, versus 9 something around here. Definitely more daylight here than over there. High today in Calgary, 72 degrees. Our low, 47. That gives you the range of temperature. Gamestop trying to get back to 22, by the way, 21.83. We're going to be in the 60s for the rest of the week. And then next week, we're going back into the 70s. Welcome all to the party. Thank you all for joining me. And thank you for saying hello to us from wherever in the world you are. Brian, Uncle Bruce, Calgary smells so good right now. My lilacs are blooming. My house smells like heaven. Yeah, we've had so much rain here before we got back. So much rain. The hedges are exploding. The trees are all sprouting new leaves. It's beautiful. The grass is green everywhere. Flowers are out. Yeah, it's pretty good. No forest fire issues here. I just would like to see the rain spread all over Western Canada and elsewhere to bring down those fire threats. Thank you all for joining us, man. It's great to see you here. Good to have you. Thank you, kids, for these thumbs ups that you've been throwing our way. And those of you who've been answering my poll question, I appreciate that. Let's read the poll question. We have 330 thumbs ups. Keep those coming in. GameStop now has $2 billion in cash. And the question is, and it should invest that money and create a short squeeze. Should it create a short squeeze on SoFi or on AI stock? Out of the 490 votes, 74% of you say, they should buy up SoFi stock and create a short squeeze on that one. 26% of you, over 120 of you, are saying, let's go with AI. Buy up the AI stock and create one hell of a short squeeze. And then let's go to SoFi. Why not? Let's do them both. I never did give you the option to do both, but anyway, there could be all kinds of possibilities. We're up to 495 votes. Thank you, everybody, for participating. 330 thumbs ups last I saw. I appreciate these thumbs ups. If you're able to hit that thumbs up button for us, please nail it. 332 now have been nailed here, and that is a beautiful thing. Keep them coming in, people. We appreciate you so very much. I think it's time, now that I'm back in Calgary, to acknowledge the driving force behind this market, the real reason you folks make your money. Yes, I know you're option writers, but the real power behind this market is a little known force that some of you are aware of, very familiar with. Richard Carlin knows what I'm talking about. The Knights of neat are the reason why the markets do what they really do. Mandu number 5 and Boeing Tiger knows. Those of you who are members of this channel, you know the power behind this market. Boeing Tiger, a deep value of the options. You all know why and what is creating the power behind these markets. There's an invisible force. Stuart Longdale, you know too. Yes, indeed. These kids know what we're talking about. The big E. Neat, with a couple of zits at the end there. Yes, this is the deal. The neat emojis are what it's all about. Larry Titus knows. Splair knows. Sooner or later, everyone figures it out. Tuna Fish knows. Juan Velasquez, neat. It's simple, kids. You open your window to your house, your apartment, your condo, wherever you are. You walk out of the office in your cubicle. You walk into the front of the office and you yell at the top of your lungs, neat. People look at you like you're crazy, but you're not. You're actually making money in the markets, and soon will not be in that office much longer. Rial knows. Zen Estate knows. Corinne knows. Moneymaker Juan knows. Alex knows. Neat. That's what we do. And people wonder why these people are yelling at the top of their lungs, neat emojis everywhere. Why are they doing it? If only they had a clue what was really going on here with the power behind this market. People get rich around here. Power of Knights of Neat. No question. Thank you, our friends at Search for the Holy Grail. If you haven't seen that movie, check it out. Don't make these guys angry. Where are those photos? There are certain people you don't upset. This is one of the guys. Don't make this guy mad at you. The Knights of Neat. This will just hurt you terribly. Crusaders have found the power of the Knights of Neat overpowering, overwhelming. Don't mess with these guys. These are the guys that make the markets do what they do. And we say, welcome to the party, pal. Nice to have you here from Calgary. Don't make this man angry. He's looking for people who haven't hit the thumbs up button. Strickland is on the prowl here, and even this doofus knows, hey, if I handed in my homework in your handwriting, I'd get kicked out of school, So don't, even this guy knows, don't mess with Strickland. It's just not worth it. Thank you all for joining us. I'm leaning because I've got the picture in the middle, and I have to, Jen is here. Here's my Jennifer. Here's a picture of Jen and I together.
I thought maybe you'd had a stroke.
This is us yesterday, right here. We were out yesterday. We went over to the Costco store, and Jen now with her 2 new hips, she's throwing on these slinky dresses again,
high heels,
with those heels. And we went out yesterday to the Costco store, and
just us.
All kinds of people were waving at us, and they wanted our autograph, and they wanted to get selfies. It's almost embarrassing, but Jen and I, we like to go out from time to time, hit the town, and you can see there I am there. I'm looking a little goofy because I'm still suffering from the little bit of jet lag we had the other day, but we're surviving. I like to go out sometimes here in Calgary, walk the streets, and enjoy the good times. Let people know, hey, your future is in writing options. This is how you become a super snazzy dresser like me with that felt hat on there.
I must say, we had a lovely flight home.
We did. We had a lovely flight home.
It was fun at the end where he was going around the boomers.
Yeah, we were going through a huge 40,000 foot high thunder monsters, and we're just avoiding them. It was kind of cool. Smooth ride.
It's like doing the Pacific Coast Highway.
That's right. Saying goodbye to this area here, the beautiful area of Palm Desert. Saying goodbye to Monterey Country Club and bringing it back to Cowtown. We're here and we're well, and it's all good. And
just scaring
thank
pigeons.
You all. We want you to also know, Jen and I are going on to this ship right here, the Queen Mary II. We're going to be on this ship from New York to Southampton, and all around the UK from Southampton to Southampton as well. This is going to be in late August, September. And then we're going to take this ship back to New York from Hamburg, Germany, October 15th to October 25th. We'll be back in the Big Apple, and we're going to be taking a look at putting together a meet and greet in New York. I think we're doing a meet and greet in London as well.
We'll have to have the computer facing out the balcony.
Yeah.
So they can see the horizon. So if anybody gets a little seasick.
See anyone get seasick with us as we cross the Atlantic. Some shots here of the ship, pretty nice. Here's one leaving New York from Brooklyn. We'll be doing that on the 23rd of August, I believe. Looking forward to it. There's the spa. I'm not sure if we're going to make it into that spa. Prices are a bit ridiculous to get in there. I'm not sure if it's worth the money. There's what our cabin is going to look like with our balcony out there. Here's a sheltered balcony shot as well. Looking forward to it. There's our itinerary. We're going to cross the Atlantic, New York to Southampton. Then we're going to take this cruise here, Southampton, all the way up, all around the UK, heading into Liverpool, over to Cork, Ireland, back to Southampton, and then from Hamburg back to New York via Le Havre and Southampton again. We're quite excited about this. So if you'd like to join us in London, we'll get a hold of we'll get some dates together. We'll get a location together. We're working on that right now, and same for New York. We're wondering what the Carnegie Deli or maybe some other delis. We're thinking of something in New York. We'll let you know, and hopefully we'll get together for a couple of meet and greets this summer and fall. Join us and hang out with us. Thank you all. Learn how to write options and start taking cruises around the world
on
yourself.
Stocks like NVIDIA. What the heck?
Hey, how nice is that? $1,110 a share. I have viewers who were sitting on
this train just refuses to stop.
Low, mid, and high $700 credit spreads, low and mid $800 credit spreads, and they were all just going, these have they've died to nothing. I've made all this money on these. I like this game, they say, and they're writing more. Well done.
Secured puts.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. We've got
a little pullback on GameStop.
Doesn't matter. We're at 2186. We're fine. Richard Carlin, good morning, Auntie Jen. John Anderson, good morning.
Hi,
Stuart
John.
Says hello. Mandu says hello.
Good morning,
Splayer. Oh, boy, that's gorgeous.
Left.
Good morning, Auntie Jen. What days are you in Hamburg? I'll take the vacation to see you two at least from that time frame.
We'll bet on who's going to win the race.
Yeah, we got it. We got to meet. We should do a meet and greet at the miniature museum. Brian Anderson, how's your hip? Did you forget that it's new? Hope all is well.
No, I haven't forgotten. They say, and it is. It's kind of like a year. After a year, you don't think about it every day. And in my case, it's because I was now thinking about the other side. But it's doing great. It's doing great.
They're doing fantastic.
It's amazing. It's magic.
Jen is going to call her doctor today.
Yes, I am.
Jen has to get her appointment for her knee injection so that she's pain-free on her knee, too.
See, from one joint to the next.
Away we go, baby.
One bad hip kind of makes one bad knee.
Yeah.
It kind of goes together.
Get rid of that, and now we're ready for our vacay in late August to October, and looking forward to seeing you folks either in New York or somewhere in Europe, London, Hamburg, Switzerland. Come on to Zermatt. We'll be in Zermatt for a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Come and join us there. It's kind of pretty. Nice.
It's kind of pretty.
2185 on your GameStop. The low of the day, 2115. The high, 2317. 2183 on GameStop. Volume, 25 million plus shares.
We have what looks
traded.
like a lovely Pinot Gauche out there.
Yes.
Quite fine.
No smoke in the air.
No smoke in the air. We've had enough water that
still
some have been put
early.
Still,
what is it here? It's 8:19 local time right now. So still kind of early in the morning. But
and the city is green.
Yeah, I was just saying that. Just saying it's super green, super nice.
Yeah.
Very comfy. Not a problem. End of May.
Yesterday at Costco, it was like every third cart had bedding out plants.
People buying
or
plants.
hanging plants.
Yeah, hanging plants. That's right.
Yeah.
It's that time.
It's that time, people.
It is that time of the year.
Get them out there.
Giddy up, everybody. So good. So nice. 282 gain on GameStop. ME up 1.4 cents. SoFi up 4. NVIDIA up $47. Matterport's down 5.5. Rocket Lab up 18.5 cents to 439. AI down just 15 cents at 23.90, and Supermicro Computer up 8.30 a share. There you are. Yeah, indeed, everybody.
Everybody have a good long weekend?
Yeah, hopefully you had it. I know that people were frustrated because you couldn't trade, but you saw shrinkage in your contracts. So there's that. Thank you all.
Our daughter was one of the many that was frustrated by the highway.
Yes.
Just a few other people out
driving
there
from
with them.
They're still down south, driving from Bakersfield back to Palm Desert, back to the condo we've rented till the end of the month. And they're just closing things up for us down there. And their music festival was great.
not enjoying the 40, 41 degree weather. It's a little hot.
Bought 100 Matterport at 436, says RB. Well done. Way to steal that stock. 436, you're going to get paid 550. And if you write January 26 contracts against it, you can probably bring in 15, 20 cents more. That's 570 a share for a 436 buy. Well done indeed. Nothing wrong with that move.
Indeed.
Take the money and say thank you.
Do.
Indeed,
So how's it feel? Did you play with your desk to get it the right height?
Yeah, I think so. We're still adapting to it. Generally speaking, that was easy. But you know, there's a odd little thing. Yeah, I got my coffee. I got one of my coffee mugs. One of my many that I've got here. You can pick those up at the Red Bubble store. So I've done that. I've got one of my shirts on I haven't worn in a while, and we're just, That's
what we should give everybody for Christmas this year.
What?
One of the many cups we have.
Oh, I don't think so. The shipping on it is just insanity from here.
I was thinking, family.
Family. Yeah, there's people here who believe they're family. That's a loose word around here. We got to be careful of that.
That's true.
Yeah.
We kind of feel the same, don't we?
Oh my gosh, we're thinking about now that we're back, and I got the whiteboard behind me. Thinking about class number 18.
Yeah.
I'll be announcing that in the not too distant future. We'll put together number 18. Then we'll start taking those of you who want to become part of the class 18. We'll start accepting reservations for that. Taking down names. That's right. And we'll see how that goes. Yes, congratulations to those of you who've been taking classes and you've been picking them up lately. We noticed the names coming through. Good to see that. People are definitely jumping into learning how to write stock options around here. And you can see the results from folks here telling you what they're doing. You can follow them every day and go from there. Amy this morning, she's picked up a couple of classes. There you go. I got Amy in there. Way to go. Well done. It looks like number one. and there's one of them. And what do we got here? There's another one there. Yeah. Right on, Amy. 1 and 2 have been scooped up. Well, I know
it's hard not to skip over to the one that you're particularly looking for.
Yeah, you got to go. You got to go 1 and 2. One and 2
disguised as money, but yeah, you gotta build on your foundation.
And every class builds on the next one.
Yeah.
So you watch class number 6, 7, 8. You're gonna go. He's talking about.
What is that?
This is way more complicated than the first 2 classes. There's I better start at number 1, and just go from there. It's the way we've kind of done it here. The kind of questions I get asked now from my viewers, and the commentary is so much different than whatever we had in the beginning here.
Yeah.
Even if you
are so much more
if you watch class number 1 or number 2,
detailed.
The questions that students are asking versus class 8, 10, 15, you listen to those questions and you're going, whoa, I don't know what they're talking about. You walk into class 15, you're lost. It's like joining a 4-year college class and walking into the 3rd year.
Yeah.
Of course you're going to be lost.
You got to have practice.
What have they been talking about the last 2 years? Well, this is a class a week, 2 classes a week, 3 classes a week. Get into it. You start 3, 4 classes, you're only writing options. You'll have learned so much in the first few classes. Yeah. You'll start writing already, which will pay you more than what the cost of the classes are.
Yeah, you can fine tune into these various.
That's right. And you can do this for the rest of your life. That's the best part about this.
Teach them how to fish.
That's right. Let's see what else is going on. Brian, I am trying to sell some covered calls on SoFi. If it hits, I'll buy 200 market or Matterport. Write covered calls on it. Give me the money. Savage of Wall Street. Bruce, that $19 cash secured put I sold on GameStop last week expires this Friday, which some awesome soul gave me $4 for. It's now worth 73 cents. Got a stinker at 49 cents. I'll buy it back. Give it to me.
Not bad for what, 2 weeks?
And last week, dude, nice going. Brian, the Savage of Wall Street, nice. Brian SoFi, go back to 7. Savage of Wall Street, good morning, Auntie Jenna. I hope you're feeling good and settled soon. Savage. Keep the old man sharp, please. Wishing your health is much better and that the hip is 100%. There you go. We are doing great.
Yeah,
we're improving. Yeah.
I find I'm walking different than I did before. because of the new hips. I have a different
The
stride.
lineup, the
The
alignment.
alignment,
The alignment.
is right. Before I used to take a step and swing the other leg around.
Yeah,
and now I walk.
it was so noticeable, the
Yeah.
waddling and the movement like this,
Yeah.
and the pain and the cane and the limited
I
mobility.
don't have the cane anymore, though,
Nope.
to
No.
encourage people to get out of my way.
No, that's true. That's true. She doesn't have the hitting stick anymore.
I still have the gripper.
Yes, and she still has her fists. Don't worry about that. She can still hit, but closer range. But no, much better. And bit by bit, we're working on Jen's
I
endurance
highly
level.
recommend it. Anybody who
Oh yeah,
is on the fence thinking about
getting a hip
getting
replacement, worth it.
that
Worth it.
for 3 months of physical therapy. It's
And
so worth it.
The first few sessions are slow, but then things speed up noticeably. You'll notice it
Well, and the first
every
month
3
you're
days. That's right. But every 3 days you go, oh, I can do this now. I can do that now.
That's
Oh,
right.
I can do this now. It's noticeable. All your friends who noticed you right after the operation, a week after, 3 weeks after, someone who saw you 3 weeks after the operation and then saw you 8 weeks after the operation, they're going to go, whoa. Oh my God, is this completely different? You're like back to where you were 10 years ago.
The first time you can get up in the night and go to the bathroom by yourself.
Huge.
It's huge.
You just go, I'm back. I'm doing what normal people do. Oh my God. I'm back to my
big girl pants.
I'm back to my 40s. Oh my God. I'm back to my 40s.
No, I'm back to my 2.
Yeah. Brian, GameStop, maximum paying $20 this week. Highest volumes I see are $25 and $30 calls. Thank you, Brian, for that. Yes, exciting stuff, man. When it comes the other way, it comes fast. It's really fantastic to see the improvement. One at a time, kids. 21.48 on GameStop. Dow's off 138. SoFi 695 up 3. And $1,113 on NVIDIA. Uncle Bruce, is Matterport deadline June 15 and still the stock inches lower? I don't know for sure, my friend, but it's a bargain down here. Absolute bargain. And those of you who can afford to acquire Matterport at these levels and turn around and sell it, offer it up at $550, $275 cash plus $275 in stock, which you can just sell right away for cash. $550 a share is waiting for you. It's so easy. Brian, June 50 calls on GameStop are going for $1.90. Oh my God, unbelievable! Unbelievable. Easy money. Easy money. There you have it, kids. So much fun. I love it. I love it. I love it. We're approaching the 2-hour mark for this show. Thank you, everyone who's been hitting the thumbs up button for us today. So appreciate you for this. We have now seen a total of how many thumbs ups here? 350. Thank you very much. The GameStop, the question of the poll question, 515 votes are in. GameStop now has $2 billion in cash, and it should invest that money and create a short squeeze on SoFi or AI. 74% say they should create a short squeeze on SoFi. 26% on AI. There you go. 515 votes. Thank you. 350 thumbs ups. 515 votes. Thank you for participating.
Loves us a short squeeze.
We loves us a little short squeeze. Thank you for being part of the channel for that as well. Even participating in the poll question helps my analytics, the engagement factor. YouTube loves this stuff. This is what they're looking for. The computers are searching for active channels with active interaction. So thank you for the knee emojis. That helps. Thank you for the thumbs ups. That helps. Poll question. That helps. Becoming a member. Whoa. Beyond unbelievable. Thank you all for helping out. We appreciate you.
See, I brought my coffee with me.
Look at it. She brought her coffee. She's got her non-GameStop, her non-stock marks with Bruce cup.
I know. This was a Starbucks many Christmases ago.
Means nothing to us, doesn't it?
No, but it holds a bunch.
Could have been an stock marks with Bruce cup.
Everybody have a good Tuesday.
Yes, it is Tuesday. We'll be back here tomorrow. Don't forget tomorrow night.
It's not
Prime time with
Monday.
Uncle Bruce
It's
at 7
Tuesday.
o'clock for Gold Bagel members.
Bye.
Bye from Jen. Juan, I wrote calls and puts on, and I remember you mentioning to get the dinero. Savage of Wall Street. Uncle Bruce, folks were asking the other day, what will happen to the 550 covered calls written on Matterport that we sold for 2026 once that merger is finalized? They die worthless. You keep the money. 200 to 700,000 GameStop shares available to borrow this morning. The fee is 2 to 5%. That's a nothing burger. That's nothing to get. That's very little stock. 2161 on GameStop, the low of the day. 2115 volume. 26.5 million shares at the last peak I've had on GameStop. Nvidia $1,116 a share, up 51. AMC is down 7 cents. We've got Apple up 170. We have Tesla still down, but only down 380 a share. Google is up 116 a share. The spiders are up 30 cents, just holding their own. And that is the story. I'm sticking to it. 2170 last at on the GameStop shares. And I do not know what it does minute to minute, second to second, but I do know if you sell your shares and you write cash secured puts, even if you wrote 20s for January 2025, you can bring in a nice little premium. And you can say to the world, hey, look, I just sold my stock at 21.70. I'm happy to buy it back at $20 a share. If you want to give it to me, I'll buy it back. But you got to give me about $7.50 a share in cash for me to do that up front. So that means you are committing $12.50 a share to buy GameStop between now and January of 2025. What a lovely person you are. If the shares go to $30 a share, these puts will go down to about $2 each, and you can buy them back for a nice $5 profit. And then you could write additional puts. You can always do that. Giddy up. You want to write 22s, you'll probably get about 8.5 to 9. You want to write 25s, you'll be paid 10 to about 11.50. You might even get 11.50 for them, which means you're offering to pay 13.50 a share for your GameStop shares. You just sold them at 21.79. Thoughts, ideas, nice return on capital. Thank you very much, I say. I don't know what's wrong with this picture. Oh, I know. Nothing is wrong with this picture whatsoever. You could, in theory, look to write credit spreads, put credit spreads on GameStop. You could go out to say, I don't know, June something. You could take a look at some June contracts and maybe bring in some bucks there. See if I can get this to work on my big ass iPad. June 7th expiry, you could write 18s for $1.25, and you could buy 15s for 35 cents, make 90 cents return on a $3 commitment, 30% on your money. Or you could write 17s for that expiry and buy 14s and have about a 70-cent return there. That's one idea. Another one is you could go further out in time for a bigger premium. June 14, you could write 17s and get $1.56 and buy 14s for 55 cents, get $1 spread on a $3 trade. You could write 15s for 87 cents and buy 12s for 18 cents. 80 cents for a $3 commitment out to that time frame. You want to go out one more week to June 21. You could do a 15 put and get about $1 for it, and buy 12s for 30 cents. That's a 70-cent spread, credit spread. If you went 15 to 10, a $5 credit spread, you'd be getting $1, paying 12 cents, keeping 88 cents on $5. Not too bad. You could go 16 to 13, 131 to about 45 cents. That would give you about 85, 90 cents spread. Maybe even get closer to 150 on that contract. Maybe you could pull off like a $1.10 spread on a $3 risk factor. Not bad. 16 to 14, that would get you 150 against 45. You'd be hauling in a 105 credit on a $2 spread. That is 50% coverage on your money. In other words, you put up 200, get 100 back as a credit spread on GameStop with a $2 spread. Third Friday of June, there could be some money there. Again, it all depends. Where do you think the stock's going to go? You want to be protected all the way down into the teens. Thank you very much. There you go. Anyway, that's the story. What else is going on here? Brian, CNBC actually has a headline for GameStop about being up 24% and bringing in $933 million. I don't think I have ever seen GameStop on CNBC. They didn't show the damn ticker on their charts. Brian, January 2025, $25 put for GameStop's going for 10.50. Deep value on GameStop level 2 data. Someone's trying to buy 30,000 shares at 21.35, and it's not even showing because they're trading at 21.80 right now. It's 2,001 at 21.70 as well, and it's trading at 21.81 right now. There's 1,200 for sale at $22. The rest are 100s on the sell side. Very little there. Brian, I think I like the 20s that you mentioned better. Buy the shares for $13. No kidding. Brian, Uncle Bruce, you aren't watching level 2 for GameStop. We miss your auctioneering. Deep value, 30,000 shares now wanted, 30,700 wanted now. Not even showing on the screen. The lowest buy I can see is at 21.60 with buying all the way up to 21.80 right now. Trading at 21.83 and it's gone. 21.85, it's going away. They're taking that out as well. We're approaching $22 a share on GameStop. So we move 30, 40 cents in a minute, no problem. But that buyer down there is not even showing on the screen that he's there. So that's interesting to see how this is playing out. Here we go. We're going at 21.70. We're coming down a little bit. Maybe we might see this buyer in this low level here. I don't know. 30,000 wanted down there. That's showing the street. There's a there's a buyer. I can see a chart here on the level 2. There's this massive buy order waiting to get it if it came down there. But it's at 21.70 right now. And there's 200 at 21.81. That's it. There's really nothing there. It's thin. I don't see a sell order more than 700 shares at 21.97. It's got to go up 30 cents to get to that. There's 50 for sale, 5 for sale, 100 for sale. Now there's 3,000 offered at 21.74, and they're taking it out. It's 2,600. It's gone. It's now trading at 21.75. There's 100 left. There's 100 at 21.82. So there's nothing there. Buyers all over the place from 21.49 up to 21.70, and behind that 41 level is this big buyer here that they're not even in the area code right now. The stock is running away on it. It would seem, although it can swing, kids. It can swing. 21.63 bid down to 21.41 bid is what I can see right now on what the level 2 is showing me. Savage, Uncle Bruce, you were telling me that my 20,000 Matterport shares averaging 243 brought me 6,000 for nothing because I sold 550 covered calls for Jan 25 for 15, and I rolled to 2026 for another 15. These gamblers are rich. They're handing me so much cash. It's ridiculous. Thank you very much. Well done, my friend. There's that bid. I just see a little of it at 21.35. 30,000 wanted, looks like 30 something thousand wanted, trading at 21.62. The buyer, there is a buyer at 21.35, but he's being crowded out by buyers ahead of him here, all the way up to 21.60, 21.62 a share. So if there's buyers moving in front of the 21.30 something stink bidder, he is being outbid by a lot of people right now. I wonder if that's a shorter trying to get their stock back. I don't know. Is it an option writer that got exercised in a short stock and is trying to buy it back? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. 21.62 last trade, 100 at 21.65 available. There's very little here. There's 50, 10, 78, 100, 50, 10, 50, 100, 50, 60, 50. That's up to 21.82. Nothing for sale. 27.4 million traded today. Savage, you are hilarious. Brian, SoFi back to barcoding all day. It'll hover around this price all day. Now, I wanted 45 cents for my August 8 calls. Oh, well, there you go. Let's take a look here. SoFi at 693 a share with the Dow down 170 a share. 2161 on GameStop, 2164 now on GameStop. Now we're storing bids at 58. We'll see if that 35 bid might show if they hit that bid anywhere, if anyone's going to hit bids. 2137 is showing the lowest bid I can see now is a 2137 bid. 2160 last trade. There it is, 30,751 wanted at 2135. It's finally showing there's 15 buyers ahead of that buyer all the way up to 2155. But yeah, there's 30-something thousand wanted at 2135. Right there, 30,251 wanted at 2135. Will it go down there? It could. Will the buyer get their fill? Right now, 2164 is where we're trading at, 30 cents higher approximately. At this point, there's 150 at 2166, 250 at 2168. So, yeah, there's nothing for sale. 27,500,000 traded. 27.5 million traded. All right. Brian, Uncle Bruce, if a single company finally wants to close out their shorts on GameStop to get out, do you think this would start a run as other shorters might follow suit? There's a possibility, depending on how big that player is. If that buyer is a 500,000 share shorter, they might be buying 10,000 share blocks here and there. They might just come in with limit orders that are fill or kill orders. They'll just try to buy stock without letting you know or trying not to show you they want it. That's the way to do it. But you can run the gamut here. Savage of Wall Street, Brian, no, I'm grateful, so grateful that these gamblers are so rich. And I am so kind that I lend out my shares so they can do whatever they want. I bring them joy. They bring me money. Brian, the Savage of Wall Street, I feel you, buddy. The May 24 could be my best month of trading ever. Let's see how this week pans out. Congratulations, kids. So here we go. 2163.64 now on GameStop, now trading at 65. It's thinning out there now, trading at 66, now 70. So it's cleaning out that level. 71 is gone. We just moved up 10, 15 cents here in the last little while. 69.71, where we're at 21.71 a share. There's 150 there. It's gone. 71 is gone. Now we have to go to 72 or 74 or 80. There's very little there. If there's any buying coming in, it'll take it out. If that 30,000 share buyer goes up to 50, 55, that will cause people to jump over him to 65, 75, 80. That could happen if it's this thin on the sell side. So you never know, but it can go back and forth. And with 27.6 million, hey, 100,000 going through every minute, a 30,000 share buyer order is not going to stop. It's not going to hold it. But then again, it's showing. That is a bid showing as opposed to lurking. So we'll see. That bidder is somewhere down here in that 35 level. That's where that buyer was. I don't know where that buyer, if that buyer is still there or not. 71 to 76 is this market now. 71 to 80 almost. 72, 74 just went through. They're taking all that out as 1,200 at 75 now. 1,200 for sale at 21.75. We're trading at 72, 74. Running through here a lot of stock. 22.6 million. Another 100,000 just went through. So there you go, kids. There's the story. I'm sticking to it. Thank you all. SoFi 693 up a penny. 53 cents on ME. Nothing going on. NVIDIA 1118. Thank you. Watching a ton of what's happening. Well, everyone, welcome everyone to the show. Thank you. And Brian, I gotta thank Uncle B. Kids, you can listen to the stories. You can hope that this could be you one day, or you can lurk, but no matter what, it all starts with class numero uno, no magic pills, says Savage of Wall Street. There you go, kids. That's it from one of my viewers. There you have it. Thank you again for those of you jumping the leap of faith, starting to take these classes and learning how option writing works. Well done, option writers. Way to cash in on this market. I will see you perhaps later today if anything else breaks. Otherwise, I will see you guys here tomorrow. First thing in the morning, and then tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Eastern time for Gold Bagel members. We're at 2184 now. We just jumped to 2185 just as I'm saying my goodbyes. We just jumped 15 cents. Again, thank you. 364 thumbs uppers, thank you. And the poll questionnaires, 533 of you jumped in there today. 74% say SoFi, 26% say AI. That's what they should be doing with that $2 billion. I don't even think they can spend that much on those two. If they bought $2 billion of AI, they'd own it. They'd own the company, actually. Maybe they should do that. Maybe we should just buy it to take over AI. I don't know, kids. We'll see what happens. Too much fun around here, kids. This is fun stuff. Savage Wall Street, Uncle Bruce. I'm going to Tahoe in a few weeks. Then hot August nights in Reno. November, we're going to be in the Waldorf Astoria in Beverly Hills for 7 days to celebrate my wife's birthday. It all starts with class number 1, kids. That's how he's doing it. He's watched the classes. He's writing options, and they're enjoying 5-star luxury vacays. Become part of this crowd. Why not? Why not do it? Fantastic. Thank you all so very much. $21.94, $22 a share on GameStop, $22.04 on GameStop. It's running. It just went up 40 cents a share. That buyer at $21.35 is now 65 cents behind the market. $22 just got taken out. $22.04. There's 53 for sale at $22.04. It's moving on 28 million, 500,000 in 10 minutes, if that, 5 minutes, 500,000 in 5 minutes. There you go, Splair. I had no much money. You could just buy the whole company. Octavio, neat. Brian, my $20 cash secured puts for this Friday are trading at $1.04. Sold them for $2.80, $2.82. Hoping to buy them back for pennies, and that's happening faster than you can imagine. Brian, neat, deep value. I don't see the 30,000 shares anymore. No, they're way down there. They're way behind the market. They have been bid out. $22 we're trading out here, so of course they're going to have to up their number if they want to get it. Savage of Wall Street, have a great day, you knuckleheads. There you go. Thank you, everybody. 2201, last trade. It's offered at 2207. There's 300 there. 600 at 2210. There's 5,500 at 2221. There's 2,300 at 2222. If you want to go up 20, 30 cents, you'll get something. Otherwise, you're not getting anything. The buyers are having to jump over each other to get in here. Well done, cash secured put writers. Well done, all of you. Keep up the good work. Keep working it. If you have any questions for me, send me emails. Join the Discord group. Send me an email if you want to join that Discord group. I'll get you the links. Thank you for becoming Gold Bagel members, everybody. Thank you all. 6,600 at $22 a share just came in, available. We're trading at 92. We're trading at 89, 86. We're backing off a little bit. I'm wondering if we back off and then take a run and take out that 6,500 at 22. Could be interesting. Still waiting. Is that big buyer at 21.35 going to do anything? I don't know. I don't see him anywhere. The stock is now at 77, 76, 21.77, 21.76. 80 again, back to 80. Buying up that stock again, taking it out. 81, 82, 83. Here it comes. They're taking out the offers. Are they going to run it up and take out the 6,500 at $22? Trading at 83 now. That's gone. 86 is gone. That's gone. The 22 seller's gone. The 6,500 canceled the sell order. They're not there anymore. They changed their minds. There's nothing for sale. Back to 90, 21.88 to 90 again, moving up again. Interesting, the little run going through here. Maybe that seller changed their mind or sold out and ran. I don't know. They're gone. They're not there anymore. 21.86.88 on 28.4 million. There you go. All right. Thank you all. From Calgary, Alberta, formerly Palm Springs, Palm Desert, now out of Calgary, soon to be on the Queen Mary 2. Thank you for joining us today, being with us today, making dinero today. You deserve everything. You're the ones who make the money, the casino writers. Well done, all of you. We'll talk to you later. Neat, 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 neat. Don't forget, no really runs this market. The Knights of Knee. Thank you, guys. Have a great rest of your day. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye from Calgary.